Hold on, plot twist. Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you lot are all doing well. Really do hope that. Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here on Football Therapy, where I see what's being said around the Blues, giving you my opinion, but of course, more importantly, asking for yours. And Chelsea could be in for an absolute star, boy. But hold tight for a moment and check this out. Hold on, a Football Therapy podcast featuring guests like Blue Lions TV, Eunice Talks Football, and George Benson. Listen up, people. A big thank you to Contribee for sponsoring my video today here on Football Therapy. Contribee is a platform for creators that allows them to connect with their viewers and fans more, much like Patreon offering additional content and exclusive content, but with absolutely no fees for the creators. The link to my Contribee page is in the description. Go click it. I've teamed up with Contribee and I'm making 3 exclusive pieces of content, 3 podcasts, Chelsea related podcasts. I've already recorded one with my bro Nini, and there's 2 to come, one with Eunice Talks Football and an additional one with George Benson Football. You don't want to miss these. It costs basically nothing. It's £1 per month, and this will cover all the podcasts in this month. And you can enjoy the laid-back podcast content. So what makes Contribee the better creator platform? Well, there's no fee for creators. There's still the content subscription tiers that you'd expect. You can have personal interactions with the creators through chat. It's easy to start up an online merchandise store. It's got everything. It's an easy to use, simple creator platform that I'm using for these free podcasts, and who knows, maybe beyond. So go check out my profile now, click the link in the description, and I hope you enjoy the podcasts. How about that for a bit of excitement? Anyway, we're going to talk about the potentiality of Wesley Fofana to Chelsea Football Club, referencing an article from goal.com written by Nizar Kinsella, so let's get into it. Cool, so we all know Chelsea are in trouble in terms of defenders, or certainly in terms of defenders renewing their contracts, though we have still reason to be feeling positive about Andreas Christensen extending his deal alongside Thiago Silva. There are some stories referring to Azpilicueta going at the end of the season on a free transfer to Barcelona, largely with Chelsea's blessing, and of course there's a bigger, more worrying story of Antonio Rudiger going to Real Madrid at the end of the season on a free transfer, maybe not so much with Chelsea's blessing. You know, looking to become one of the most best paid defenders in Europe is old Rudy. But Naz Kinsella writes about Wesley Fofana in his article today. We're going to take you through that and react together. This could be a really exciting development. Before we dip into it, I gotta let you know, this defender is absolutely sensational, this young kid. Yes, he had a horrific leg break, and often that's worrying, but these days, when they happen young, they completely recover from these injuries. Back in the day, that was like a career ender, but not so much anymore. And this kid is special. Let's jump into the article now and see what's being said. The Foxes are braced for transfer interest in young centre-back as the European champions prepare for a potential end-of-season departures. Rudiger, Azpilicueta, maybe Christensen? Ugh. Chelsea are interested in Leicester City centre-back Wesley Fofana as they weigh up their transfer plans amid contract disputes with Antonio Rudiger and Andreas Christensen. The 20-year-old is currently out injured after suffering a broken fibula and ankle ligament in a pre-season friendly against Villarreal. Yeah, that was a horrendous leg break, like it was a leg snapper. However, the France under-21 international remains regarded among the best in his age group in world football, including by scouts behind the scenes at Stamford Bridge. Cool, so before we read on, yes, this kid is special. He's really aggressive, he's really technically good, and he sort of came out of nowhere. It was like, man, Leicester have done it again. Mahrez, Kante, Chilwell was sort of brought through. It kind of feels like they got another one. Leicester's amazing scouting network. He was that good. And I know we generally get most of their good players. Maybe not drink water. But this could be another one. Chelsea have a relationship with Leicester in terms of transfer dealings. You'd imagine it would be quite amicable and positive between them. This guy is great. How likely are Chelsea to sign Fofana? Chelsea won't make a move for Fofana in January, but will weigh up a big money deal ahead of the summer, as they must wait to see how he recovers from serious injury, with a return stated for next month or so. The Foxes will likely set a huge asking price on their prized asset though, with his contract not due to expire until 2025. Chelsea are also still interested in signing Sevilla's Jules Kounde, having had their approach back down in the summer. Yet Jules Kounde doesn't stop Wesley Fofana in my opinion, especially if you've got a risk of losing 2 or 3 defenders, and of course, Thiago Silva will be going to turn 38 next season, which is mental to think he could still be starting in a Chelsea team. And you know, even if Azpilicueta doesn't go, he's another year older as well. Getting 2 defenders in the summer wouldn't be like overcooking it, especially if we are going to maintain with a back 3 system. So Jules Kounde and Wesley Fofana could both come together fine. More on Jules Kounde. The France international wanted to move to the European champions, but they never met the asking price. Now, in January, Sevilla will not entertain any negotiations unless Chelsea force a move by hitting his £68 million release clause. Ooh. Juventus's Matthias de Ligt has also been offered to the Blues ahead of a possible summer move, with the Italian Giants open to a sale to remove his sizable salary from their wage bill. The focus on defenders comes with Chelsea having so far failed to renew the contracts of either Rudiger or Christensen. I'm not so sold on Matthias de Ligt. I mean, at Ajax, he was an amazing leader and defender. But you could argue de Ligt, de Jong, de Beek, and even Ziyech to a degree, they were 4 of that sensational squad, and all of them haven't really lived up to their potential after leaving Ajax. And Ajax are laughing because they made a lot of money. Real Madrid are leading the race for Rudiger, but the Blues remain more hopeful of keeping the Denmark international Christensen at the club for a while longer, despite having faced problems in negotiations. Their deals both expire in June 2022, along with the contracts of Cesar Azpilicueta and Thiago Silva. However, the talks around the 2 more experienced defenders are likely to be easier than with the younger stars who are generating huge interest over free transfers. Yeah, pretty much you can imagine Thiago Silva will happily sign a 12-month extension, and that's what we thought about Cesar Azpilicueta, which might still be the case, but of course there is a risk, a situation where he does go to Barcelona on a free transfer, if we are to believe that story that's being reported that I reacted to a couple of videos back. Go check it out. Is there any other transfer activity at Chelsea? Chelsea are facing injury concerns in the midfield and at left wing back ahead of the January transfer window. In both areas, the plan is to bring back players from injury rather than dip into the transfer market. Ben Chilwell has suffered a partial tear to his ACL and is hoped that he can return by mid-January at the latest. Oh, that's good. Despite attracting loan interest in the winter window from the teams in Serie A, Chelsea will block Malang Sarr's exit until they know whether Chilwell faces surgery. Sarr's few appearances for the Blues have attracted strong interest in him. Really? After only receiving interest from Frankfurt, Firth and Brest last summer. That's interesting. I mean, Malang Sarr's been underwhelming for me. Okay at times, I suppose. I mean, I wasn't too harshly judging him because he's just dropped into the team and rarely plays, but it's interesting to see that loads of teams are interested. Manager Thomas Tuchel wants everybody in his squad to stick around, and he is moving players out of position to cover injury hit areas. Saul played left wing back with only Marcus Alonso available on the left, but Tuchel is also willing to play Callum Hudson-Odoi or Azpilicueta in the role. Chelsea have the option to recall Ian Maatsen, who excelled on his loan at Coventry City in the Championship. Yeah, and I don't think we want to take that away from him or stop him from having an excellent loan over there. Let him do his thing. It's like Conor Gallagher and Billy Gilmore. Let them finish what they started. Cool, so let's talk about this. We know the situation with defenders. Antonio Rudiger, really likely to go at this point. Like, you'd probably say it's more likely for him to go than to stay at Chelsea. Andreas Christensen, more likely to stay, but I don't know. Like, maybe he's hearing things because it sounded like it was signed, sealed, delivered, but something's happened. And since that's caused a problem in negotiations that the club is not happy with. I don't know the details, I don't think the details have been reported, but there is a spanner in the works there and perhaps a reason to be concerned. I think Thiago Silva will extend. I think Cesar Azpilicueta, I have no idea, that's 50-50. I'd like him to extend, but I totally understand if he wants to have a 3-year deal at Barca for loads of money, and I'd understand why Barca would want him. So Malang Sarr can do what he wants, bless him. But Wesley Fofana, man, this kid is flames. Young French international, speaks fluent English for a young guy, which I always find quite impressive. Plays so aggressively, plays so well. Another gem out of France that looks like he could be a Premier League star. If he fully heals from this injury, then he's probably worth what Leicester quote him. Not 85 million for Harry Maguire quote, but you know, Ben Chilwell for 50 million or 47 million, whatever he paid him for. And maybe not quite as good value as N'Golo Kante for 30 million, but the point being is, I reckon maybe a deal could be struck there should he want to come to Chelsea, which, you know, why wouldn't he in terms of his development and that next step up. An amazing player, and I would absolutely love it if he came to Chelsea Football Club. Let me know what you think. Comment down below your opinions on the current state of the squad, the starting 11, the defensive problems, the contractual situations. Comment down below. I want to hear it, friends. Let's start up a conversation. Drop a like if you want to support the channel. It really does mean a lot when you guys drop likes on the video and subscribe and share. So please do interactions. I appreciate you. Make sure you do go check out Contribee so you can listen to those free podcasts. Amazing. One's out at the moment with Nini. There's 2 more to come. Click the link in the description to go check that out, friends. That's it from me. Enjoy the football, and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo, chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me, baby.